because, you know, when I grew up, Eminem was like a lyrical role model to me, like in terms of like how he projected into the mic and how like he put his energy into a song and just the creativity. So, you know, that definitely influenced me in a lot of ways. And just to see him give me a shout out on the air, like the 15-year-old version of myself would have just like came on himself, if I can say that. So, you know, it's crazy, you know, seeing that. When I was a kid, I would like rap and try to be like Eminem. Like I would like try to do the crazy lyrics and you know what I mean. And so it was like closure for that, you know, just that side of myself. That's what you want to be. When I got older, Eminem was the icon for me, because the type of anger and the aggression that he developed from his upbringing was the type of anger and aggression that I developed.
Eminem is dope, man. That new record, I Must Have Killed Them, that the writing of that is brilliant.
And he wrote that?
I hope he did. I hope he did. 3 o'clock in the morning, bodies all over. You can't front on that. Look, I'm never going to say anything derogatory about Eminem because I respect him. I just hope that the pressure that he's feeling is not going to overcome him. Eminem, if you listen to me right now, dog, listen. Don't live up to none of that hype. Just do you.
Yeah, can you see another artist, another rapper doing that?
Unless Biggie and Pop just came down from heaven,
right,
and appeared on stage. I don't know. Ridiculous.
Serious.
Hey man, for the new album, that's some motherfucking power right there.
Yeah.
Big up to him. You know, big up to him. He always showed love regardless. Big up to him. Big up to fucking Eminem, 10 Grammy. Let me get one of those motherfuckers in so I can put up in my crib.
I'm sure he don't mind giving you at least.
Yeah, I'm sure he came out there. It's like, yo, you heard that dude? Yeah, Eminem. Like, I've been knew Eminem from the Outsiders in Jersey, and he was affiliated with them, and you know, so we kind of heard word of Eminem before he even hit the streets or whatever.
Okay.
He was in Newark, matter of fact, way before he came out. I heard about him a long time ago. When I heard it, I was like, wow. And people told me it was like, wow. So when we got in the studio, we were like, all right, let's go then. Let's go, goddamn it. We went in.
That's the realest shit I ever heard.
Top 5 of all time? Big, of course Pop, and there's Jay-Z, of course, it's great. I could split one, I would say Big Daddy Kane and Rakim. I think I might have to give it to M. M is very crafty MC, and just his wordplay alone, just me being like a wordplay guy, like just Eminem's wordplay is incredible to me, and then having the big chip on his shoulder, being white and being in a predominantly black feel of music, and you know, he's like our Tiger Woods, you know what I'm saying? He just kept winning, and when he wasn't supposed to win, or when everybody would have never banked on him winning, you know. And Eminem is a great artist as a whole, you know what I'm saying? I think his passion in it as well. He's never really had radio singles. He's never had, you know, these big pop jingles. He's just, you know what I'm saying, stayed to himself and drew fans and critics to him from just his music alone. So I think that will round up my 5 for now. But.
Nice.
Pick a side, Mariah or Eminem.
Well, I don't want an Eminem diss record about me, so I'm gonna pick Eminem's side.
Who's in your top 5? If Jay-Z had a top 5 right now, who's your top 5 MCs?
Man, I mean, I got the usual suspects, you know, Big and Pac and Scarface and Eminem and Andre 3000. Off the top of my head right now, that would be my 5.
probably my favorite rappers. I mean, there's so many, man. I love Rakim.
I came in the door, I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more, but it's
Cool G Rap.
Up in casinos, just me and my Dino Primo, pushing Beamos, then Paulie and Reno with 2 fly Latinos.
KRS-One.
Many people tell me this style is terrific. It is kind of different, but let's get specific.
Eminem.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already.
There's not many people that I connect with like that. Like, you know, Eminem's one of them, Jeezy's another one, Common, Wayne.
You need to make it happen, that's all I'm saying.
Man, I'm alright with the raps. It's okay. You can get on the song. It's okay. I'm calling you out, yes. Come on out here. It's okay. I'm not calling you out to diss me then, because I can't fuck with you. But I'm just saying, just come do a song with me, please. Please. With 3 E's.
I need to do my song with Eminem. No, M holla at me. I told you I got the crazy record from off my album. I Need You On. It got Weezy on it already. I'm not gonna give out the title because the title is so crazy. I know niggas gonna jack my shit. Like M, I promise you. I've been watching you for so long. Like I've been a fan. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even ask you to get on the record unless I felt like it was that record. Oh man, like when you hear the record, you gonna want to jump on it anyway. I just want to get the record into your hands. You know what I'm saying? Then if you want to turn me down after that, you can turn me down. It's all good, man. Once again, shout out to Eminem, whole D12.
I mean, you know, the Shady deal is definitely it's something that we feel very good about as far as being over at a label where your CEO understands lyricism and celebrityism at once. You know what I mean? And that's the most important thing to me when it comes to Shady Records was, you know, we always talk about that fine line that artists have to work to walk, to be respected lyrically, and also to be, you know, successful in the masses. And it's only a handful of people who could say that they are as successful as Eminem and as lyrically talented. You know what I mean? Probably you could count the hip-hop dudes on one hand. You know what I'm saying? Who can say that. And that's just a good feeling to know that you're going into a situation where the president of the company understands both sides of the game.
Eminem he just is. I sent word. I was like, you know what? Tell M there is something that may work for him. I said, I don't know if I want to send it because I'm not sure if I wanted a feature on it. But obviously, if it's Eminem, you know, okay? So I was like, kind of scared because I didn't, you know, you also don't want to be vulnerable and send 2 songs that someone's going to turn down. So that kind of played a part. I was like, I don't know if I should send it. I was literally sitting there like, and I swear I did this on the phone with Eminem. Usually I can compose myself, but with him I said, so does that mean you're going to do it? And he was like, yeah. Like he's real calm.
He's real laid back, right? Yeah.
He got that real like sexy, smooth kind of swag. But still, even right now.
He still delivered a crazy verse on that.
Crazy verse. Yeah. Something is wrong with Eminem. I mean, he has so much in his mind that I almost feel lucky for him that he has music. I feel like he has so much in his head that music is such a great release for him. He's one of my favorite artists. Absolutely.
You know, man, I actually sat through the entire rehearsal yesterday, man, and I actually got to watch Eminem rehearse and perform for the first time in person, man. And, you know, I gotta salute him. I gotta take my hat off, man. He's a dope lyricist, and actually me seeing him in person, man, it actually brought his rhymes that much more alive to me. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing him.
One thing that in the conversation that stuck out is I told Eminem, I was like, you know what makes you so dope to me is the fact that you create thoughts. Like when Eminem came out with Stan, nobody else had created that thought before. That was the first time anybody had made a song like that, in my opinion. I never heard nothing like that, and it was the first time I saw that. And, you know, he had the video Guilty Conscience, where he was spinning around the guy rapping with Dr. Dre. First time I saw that, too.
I think it's one of the best written hip-hop songs of all time.
definitely one of the best written songs of all time. It's Eminem, Lose Yourself. Yeah, man, I think a lot of people can relate to this song when you're striving to get somewhere. You pop this song on and you feel a lot more confident about it.
It's in my top 9, but he could be number 1 or he could be top 5. You know what I mean? You know, and it's like how he is just so hungry and he got so much money, but he's still hungry, like he's starving. You know, and there's not a lot of artists out there that still make that music that comes from the heart, that comes from the gut. So I respect them, and like I said in the project, that's my nigga. You know, he won't say it, but you know what it is.
I never heard that word upward in a rhyme in my life. He said, made it rain upward. That shit is crazy. He killed it. He went all over the place. His melodies was dope, and you know, I think he really that record was made. It was sometimes you think something is going one way, but that record was probably created for him. You know, it was created for him. You know, he did everything that he's supposed to do to it. He killed it. The melodies, the message was perfect. It was dope. And he said upward. I never heard a man say upward in a rhyme in my life. He said, bat your eyelashes and upward. That was crazy.
Him, you know, enunciates his words really, really well. So me being from Chicago, I have a Midwestern drawl, like how I speak right now. But when I rap, I have to enunciate the words better, you know, because I want to get to that perfection level where he's at, you know, and that's the thing that makes him so special, because he can do voiceovers, he can, you know, make his voice sound like a cartoon, he can do whatever he wants in the record, and he enunciates it perfectly so that you still understand it, and it sounds insane, and that's something I've definitely picked up from him.
Now who's the king of these rude, ludicrous, lucrative lyrics? Who could inherit the title? Put the youth in hysterics, using his music to steer it, sharing his views and his merits. But there's a huge interference. They're saying you shouldn't hear it. Maybe it's hatred I spew. Maybe it's food for the...
And that's one thing about being with Eminem. You know, he makes lines words rhyme that typically don't rhyme together. He's good at that. It's about how he pronounces it. So since I've been affiliated over there, I've been doing a lot of that, because it opens up a whole, you know, a whole nother thing.
You don't understand. I'm a hip hop artist, and I'm one of the biggest ones in the world. You don't want a beef with Eminem. He shreds. He shreds MCs, like, for real. And I ain't his best friend or nothing. I'm just saying, I understand that he, you know, he can't be seen by nobody. Jay, no, everybody know. You don't mess with the white boy.
All right, Gabe.